Hey guys, welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are out here on the overworld map. I did sell off some items, so I'm back up to 126k cash. So we might actually start building the stables at some point. But I am thinking of coming down towards Heart of the Mystery since we can't get to... well, we can't solve the core of the riddle just yet. I'm not sure which path leads to Heart of the Mystery, but I do think I want to try to take this fight. I think it's doable, but I guess we'll see. We've got 15 energy, so I'm going to give it a crack. And I also want to explore a bit to see how we can get to Heart of Mystery. And it looks like we have to go through the fort. But yeah, let's take this fight. Okay, yeah, the marksman went first. That's not good. Alright, so that means our infirmary is almost done with. Let's use Fireball then, I suppose. Okay, got rid of their two most damaging units, I guess. Although I'm not sure what the succubus do, but definitely the marksmen are a bit too dangerous to leave up, so I'm glad they got taken out. Let's do some waiting here. The other paladins move. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that was not too bad. What's our infirmary situation? We're still okay. In that case, let's do Smite Evil. And I don't think the general cast a spell, which is nice. Hoping that stays that way. Okay, that was a bit dodgy. Probably shouldn't have moved there, but that's fine. And I think we're okay. 6,282, 620. Alright, good. The commander's unit was awestruck at their discovery. A small army of crusaders had taken a rest stop in the middle of the world wound and decided to arrange a tournament. The noble knights' playful frolicking, however, ended in a bloody massacre to which they were blithely oblivious as the warriors' eyes were entranced by the queen of the tournament, a magnificent nude succubus who observed the crusaders with a gracious smile as they blew off each other's heads. A scarlet gemstone set in a delicate web of finest steel gleamed on her bosom. The fight was brief but very brutal. With deep sorrow, the commander's warriors eyed the corpses of their brothers in arms. They had fallen into a demon trap. Uttering the words of Iomade, an officer ripped the magnificent decoration from the succubus's bosom. Even after death, her cold, beautiful lips still wore her smile of contentment. Okay, so I guess this turns into a relic that we can equip later on. Right, that ended up going pretty well. And I don't think I want to take any more fights. Yeah, I think we'll just chill here. What about Crusader Army 1? I don't think we can take any of the remaining armies that are hanging around. Even this one I'm not sure I can take, although she does have plenty of spells or energy for spells, but I don't think she has enough units to even survive that well, so that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, so I guess we're making our way down now. Core of the riddle, we want to make our way over here. Spotted enemies, let's just evade. Okay. Hasn't progressed things, that's alright. Save it here. Savage Longhouse. Okay. Do we have to go through this fort? I think we do, unfortunately. And based on this crack in the ground, which I guess is the part of the world wound, I think we have to go through here because this path down here won't lead up this way. Nope, can't pass because of the fort. Alright. So how do we get over here? Legacy of the Ancients is there. I guess I have to come through here then. Yeah, alright. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. We can't use this for another 8 hours, okay? What's the quickest path? Okay, the quickest path still goes basically through Dresden anyway. Alright. 4 hours and 48 minutes. I guess we'll just head to Lost Chapel. Still waiting for the result. Stealer has strength damage apparently. Okay. I guess at this point we can only go to Blackwater or explore more down here, so I suppose that's what we'll have to do. Let's evade again. Yeah, okay.
You won't fall here, I swear it.
Alright, let's buff up. Don't think we have a choice. Because I think these guys will do quite a bit of damage if we let them. I suspect we'll have to rest anyway soon because we traveled so far, which is fine. And I think everything is done here. I don't think there's any loot to be picking up. Doesn't seem like it. Let's continue on in this direction then. Still no refresh of the Crusade armies. Gonna have to fight through here as well. Maybe we could go to Sacred Lands. Let's evade them. Evade them as well. And okay, there's nowhere for us to go other than into Blackwater. I guess we're heading into Blackwater then. We will rest up first though. Who's meant to be down here? Okay, I guess we're just setting up like this then. Okay. Save it here. We've obviously had a bit of a refresh. So we're back up to 20 energy points. Question is, can we defeat this army? Not sure. Let's check the crusade stuff first. Okay, we strengthen diplomatic connections. What other decrees do we have now? The fate of the attractive impulse. Alright. Passion Sweet Poison. Whenever the wearer of these gloves confirms a crit with any bow, enemy starts losing their mind, suffering 1 damage to Wisdom and Charisma. Interesting. Whenever the wearer of these gloves lands a melee touch attack, the enemy must pass a will saving throw, or his heart and mind is consumed with agonizing lust. Any crit against affected enemy drives them even crazier, paralyzing for 1 round. Oh, this one is the one that gives us the meta magic rod. Devouring Lust. Rod grants you the ability to modify up to 6 spells per day so that the energy type of the damage they deal changes to unholy. Modified spell also becomes maximized as though you're using the maximized spell. And it's a greater rod, so that's quite good. +3 unholy crossbow. Yeah, that's not that great. +3 light crossbow. Yeah, I don't think I really need that. Rod grants you the ability to modify up to 6 spells per day, so that in addition to their main effect, they affect the target with a dominate person. Alright. I think Devouring Lust as a rod is the best one here, so we'll probably do that when next we're back at Dresden. We're almost done with studying the Sword of Valor. Royal Parade increases finance points, and it's a diplomacy thing, alright? And Glory to the Heroes. Leadership, 5 days, okay. I guess we're not level 3 yet for diplomacy because we need to get back to Dresden to do the event, so that's fine. Okay, I guess we're heading into Blackwater then. Hopefully it's not a mistake, because I remember Blackwater being quite tough. Alright, first things first, let's stealth up and get everyone on their pets, as usual.
Let me help.
Alright. Camellia still has a negative level. And Sealer has strength damage. Okay, we need to fix that. Restoration.
The world has suffered enough.
Lesser restoration. Let's use that on Sealer. See if it gets rid of the strength damage. It did. Okay, good. Don't think he has other restorations. No, that's fine though. Alright. So we'll slowly advance. We're under the commander's banner still, and that's very interesting. I thought we would be out of range of that actually, but supposedly we are not out of range of it. Wand of Cool Lightning. Okay. Your defeat is certain. You will be overpowered. Lay down your weapons and your lives will be spared. Resistance is futile. You cannot prevail. Capitulate. Surrender. Voluntary modernization is less painful than the alternative. Alright. Augmented. Yeah, let's go after the spellcaster, I think. And we need someone to do some disarming, it seems. That's quite nasty. Okay.
You are beyond redemption.
I think that's fine now.
I'll cut you wide open.
Man is not on his pet for some reason. Okay, cool. That fight's always a bit tough. Is everyone off their pet suddenly? What's going on there?
Stand ready.
Okay. Save it here. Access door controls. Let's see what this does. The gates before you look sturdy and well built. The metal doors are completely smooth and devoid of any keyholes or other locking mechanism. Next to one of the doors is a small panel covered in symbols. Examine the gate. Last gift of a brilliant mind, okay? You quickly discover the joints and mechanical contraptions that serve to set the gates in motion. The doors themselves also reveal something interesting. What at first glance appeared to be a sheet of solid armor, upon closer inspection looks more like cloth. The armor is made from extremely fine grey fibers that have been very tightly and skillfully fitted together to create a single fabric. Let's investigate the unknown metal then. Judging by the material's unyielding hardness, this is the sky metal known as adamantine. However, the darker matte color suggests that it is more likely an alloy of adamantine and a type of steel called glaucite, a much cheaper substance but also not quite as tough. You notice interspersions of yet another material among the grey fibers, flecks of pale green that appear more crystalline than metallic in structure. This is probably no qual, another sky metal, an extraordinary crystal that can be forged like iron and that has the capacity to resist magic. The creator of these gates must have wanted them to be a truly indestructible barrier. Touch the gate panel. The symbols on the panel react to your touch, lighting up with a brief metallic sound. Every symbol you touch stays illuminated for a little while, but when you press 3 in a row, they fade with a sharp, unpleasant sound that makes your ears hurt. 6 symbols adorn the panel buttons: a circle, a triangle, a square, a circle with a dot, a rhombus, and a dot. Let's examine the buttons then. The button with the diamond symbol shows more signs of use than others. On one of the symbols, the rhombus, you notice a bloody fingerprint. The smudge, though almost faded entirely, instantly gives a sinister cast to the panel. Give up on trying to guess the code. Not sure if there's some kind of self-destruct if you get the wrong code. I don't actually remember what the solution was as well, so we can come back to that and deal with the door panel the normal way, I suppose.
Yet another obstacle. Fall! Did you see that? defense is lacking. You are lacking.
Oh, okay. They have a spellcaster there. Alright, good. Took out the spellcaster.
You should have listened to reason.
Okay, so the minus con is the enemy, I'm thinking. I'm hoping it is anyway. Oh, the sharpshooter wasn't there yet. Okay. Alright, I guess we can open this door first. A special tool is needed to open such a strong lock. Okay. I guess we're not opening the door. What about this one? Nope, this one's locked as well. Present pass key to unlock the gateway. Okay. Can we open this door? Nope. Okay, so we just continue forward, I suppose.
That is quite a discovery.
Bit of cash and another wand of call lightning. That's not bad. Invented grunt. Okay,
No reason to pause.
let's charge in then.
These magics should be used in other ways. Is resolute.
Sharpshooter, defender, defender. Oh, they have guys up there. Alright. Well, in that case, let's test out Storm of Justice. Yep, let's do that. Use Storm of Justice over here. I think this hits most of them. If I can, I want to hit the people engaged with us in melee too, so let's do this. Actually, can we get a better coverage? I think so. Let's do it like that. Sharpshooter, okay. That was interesting. Let's do it again. Looks like that might have attracted the attention of the squad leader and the guys up there, but that's fine. They seem to be quite hardy. Okay, the sharpshooter is looking okay at the moment. Let's get in a bit further. Can Nenio cast Phantasmal Killer? And whether it will or won't work. Oh, it won't. Okay. The spellcaster is coming down now. That's interesting. Okay, that ended up going a lot better than I expected. Lots of loot too, it seems. Alright, save it here and we'll stealth up. Okay, spellcaster didn't have any spell scrolls, which is interesting. The notes read, percentage of successful implantations increased to 47. For the purposes of improving this result further, complete removal of the temporal lobes will be implemented in future procedures. That does not sound pleasant. Alright, let's access the door controls. Access to maintenance cells granted. Does that mean we can open those doors now? Ooh, flaming lockpick. Flaming lockpick fuel. Okay. The metal flask is full of foul-smelling gas. Unlikely that this device was designed to open locked doors. But it is perfectly suited to that purpose. Drawing in gas from the connected metal flask with a low wind, the flaming lockpick releases a stream of white-hot flame, heating and quickly vaporizing the metal lock. Okay, I think I remember that there aren't enough lockpicks and fuel to open all the doors, so we need to make sure we open the correct ones, I think, from memory. It appears that the humming machine filling the air around it with electricity is powering the surrounding mechanisms. Okay. It's surprising, but these vast machines perform tasks with the same delicacy as a silversmith, refurbishing and repairing damaged components for the machine people. Right, okay. Oh, there's a path over here, okay. Alright. Do we want to open this door? That's the question. Might not open it just yet. Let's come back around this way. We'll go around the other side to see if we can find anything else before we commit to opening the doors. Augmented worker. Okay. Is there anything over here? Maybe? Is there meant to be? Hard to tell, really. I guess not. Okay. I guess we can try and open this door. Let's just charge in. Alright. I guess we can try and drop another storm of justice. Didn't work. Okay, they're having a little bit of trouble picking out who to finish off, and they're just running around, but that's fine. Okay, that was interesting. Not sure why there was a kind of like a hinted cutscene. Ooh, we can chat to the spellcaster. One of the enemies you defeated is still alive. Despite the gravity of his wounds, he keeps trying to stand up, though to no avail. You now have a chance to inspect him more closely. His body is covered in clan tattoos, and it looks as if the top of his head was struck clean off by a mighty blow. A strange barbed object resembling a crown or circlet adorns the warrior's forehead. Long thin spikes project from the circlet into the gaping wound, piercing straight into his exposed brain. That sounds nasty. Examine the wounded warrior. Close examination reveals a truly gruesome sight. It's clear the warrior's head has been mutilated deliberately and with surgical precision. The top of his skull has been sawed off and numerous thin metal spikes have been sunk deep into his exposed brain. Every now and then one of the circlet spikes begins to blow slightly and a flash of lightning runs along its length, causing the body to make another convulsive attempt at standing up. Judging by the appearance of the other guards in this place, they have all been subjected to the same monstrous procedure. Amazing, such elegant work. Such an imaginative use of the galvanic effect. Nenio pulls out a piece of paper and starts sketching, mumbling in excitement. Very promising, fascinating, although it would require additional equipment to mount the rod into one's own brain. A system of mirrors, perhaps. Warrior, can you hear me? The wounded Sarkorian ignores your words, single-mindedly focused on his attempts to stand up. He seems not to notice you at all. Ooh, do we want to... let's touch it for science. As you touch the sinister-looking circlet on the wounded warrior's head, one of the metal spikes embedded in his brain breaks off with a twang. It seems it was damaged in battle, and your movement destroyed it completely. The Sarkorian instantly freezes. His lips grow pale, whispering, "Master, I can't hear you anymore. Command me, Master." "Who are you?" The wounded warrior turns his face toward you, but his eyes seem to be looking through you. "Master, I hear you once more. Command me." "I am the first line of defense. I am the keeper of the mission. I am a function materialized, a command executed." "What is your name?" "A name is a lie. A name is unnecessary. A function is all that is needed. A command is needed." "Who gave the order to attack me?" "You did, Master. You issued the command. You assigned the function. I have not executed it, but I will. I need the code for the gates. The knowledge of how to proceed deeper into the camp is a matter of security. My function is specifically not to know the code, so that I'm unable to divulge it. I have forgotten this knowledge as you instructed, Master." Try to figure out how the circlet on the warrior's head operates. After inspecting the circlet, you feel like you understand the basics of how it works. Even though this is your first time seeing this machine, the principles of magic are universal, and you can intuitively predict the consequences of your tinkering. With a knife in hand, you carefully pull out another wicked spike, causing the wounded warrior to flinch and raise his empty gaze toward you. The wounded soldier, with uncertainty in his voice, declares, "The prohibition is lifted. The function of defense is no longer essential. I am ready to reply, Master. The access code is Pyramid The gruesome circlet on the soldier's head begins to heat up rapidly. The melted metal seeps deep into the mutilated soldier's burnt flesh, but he faces his death with complete indifference. Okay. Unlock the metal doors. A dying Sarkorian revealed that the first symbol in the access code is the pyramid. Okay. And then something to do with R, I guess. The sight of the thick straps that were used to bind helpless and wounded people to the beds is sickening. The dead crusader on the bed was seriously wounded, bleeding where they lay, as evidenced by the darkened, pungent-smelling sheet. The dead person's wounds were carefully bandaged, but their injuries were too extensive and led to their death. It looks like this corpse has been lying here on this bed, slowly becoming mummified for several months at least. Okay. The remains of the unknown warrior exude a holy aura. His death at the hands of the demons was a martyr's death. Okay. The corruption of the abyss recedes in the face of the cleansed relic's sanctified power. Fair enough. Okay, knowledge world. The sinister-looking instruments on the table appear to be used to open the skulls of unfortunate victims and attach the horrifying barbed circlets to their brains. Alright. Okay, seems to be nothing else over there. Anything over here? Nope. Augmented salamander. Okay. Climb up. Numerium bomb, a hefty contraption that can be easily identified as Numerium by its appearance. The case features a large red button and a series of warning symbols such as crosses, skulls, and fire. These signifiers indicate a universally obvious meaning to all observers regardless of their language. This item is a powerful bomb. Okay. Nothing else up here. Okay, I guess they didn't like me looting that thing then. Okay, Camellia. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Camellia and Nenio can fall back. Yep, they can fall back all the way into here, and everyone else can focus on these guys. Actually, let's use Holy Hymn, and let's get in range of the Holy Hymn as well. We should probably also get a heal. Just checking to see what... Oh, he's got Crushing Despair. Okay, that's not great. But we're not losing any stat points, which is good. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Stooge is in the process of casting it. That's fine. The Constitution reduction is coming in really nicely clutch, I think. I can't remember who's doing the Constitution reduction, but I remember picking up and equipping that item. Man, these guys are tough. Super tanky. Okay, what else is over here? Guess we can't get across. Guess we have to come down this way too.
I found something.
Okay, just a stash of weapons, I suppose. Okay. What's meant to be back here? Anything? Can't really tell, to be honest. Yeah, not exactly sure what's meant to be back here. Bloodstained armor belonging to Crusaders and Demons lies in a pile waiting to be melted down. Okay.
Let us press on.
Alright, I guess now we actually do have to open one of those doors then. Because we do seem to be kind of stuck here with nowhere to go, so... let's head down this way. Back down here. Open this door. It's locked. Okay. I guess the flaming lockpick doesn't open that door, or we already used it. Flaming lockpick fuel. Okay, so we haven't used it yet. Interesting. So that one's just locked. This one unlocks though with the fuel. Okay, we've got more fuel. Nice. Bit of a refund, which is always handy. Tongi. Alright. Scream of pain. That doesn't sound very pleasant. Thundering burst, and +3. Whenever the wielder of this +3 thundering burst Tongi lands a hit, enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw or become shaken for 1d3 rounds. Thundering weapon creates a cacophonous roar like a thunder whenever it strikes, dealing 1d6 points of sonic damage. That's pretty good. Thundering burst weapon functions as a thundering weapon that explodes with sonic upon striking a successful crit. Sonic does not harm the wielder. In addition to the extra sonic damage from the thundering ability, a thundering burst weapon deals an extra 1d10 sonic damage on successful crit. If the weapon's crit multiplies ×3, add an extra 2d points of sonic damage instead, and if the multiplier is ×4, add 3. Wow, okay. That's a lot of extra damage. Interesting. Okay. So it doesn't look like there's anything else in there. Unlock. Augmented workers. Okay. The work on fortifying the outer perimeter is almost complete. We are now well protected against surprise raids, and no wandering demon will ever disturb us again. Unfortunately, Master 100-Face tasked me with routine checks to keep the mechanisms in working condition, and I hate leaving the device maintenance area. These damn gates are driving me insane. I can never remember the right access code. Why couldn't they just stick to numbers? They just had to use this geometric Numerian nonsense. I keep forgetting the sequence does not end with a cycle, it ends with a base. The symbols are basically the same. The cycle is a circle, the base is a circle with a dot, but I keep mixing them up, and I just end up standing in front of the gates like an idiot. So I'll just write it on this and keep reading it over and over every day until I get it. The third symbol in the code is a base, a circle with a dot, not a cycle. Okay. According to a note found in the dungeon, the final symbol in the access code is the circle with a dot. Okay, that's the final symbol. Right. I can never remember the right access code. Why couldn't I just... They had to use this geometric... I keep forgetting the sequence does not end with a cycle. It ends with a base. But I keep mixing them up, and I just end up standing in front of the gate. So I'll just write down until I get it. The third symbol in the code is a base. A circle with a dot, not a cycle. Okay. So I think we might have the code now if... Because the first symbol is the pyramid. The last symbol is the circle with a dot. Okay. Augmented worker. Flaming lockpick fuel. And there's no way through here. Okay, that's fine. Let's go out here then. Okay. Ooh, we can blow the gates open with the Numerium bomb. I guess that's one way to do it. Touch the gate panel. Circle with the dot is last. Pyramid. So I'll go triangle, rhombus, circle with a dot. All the symbols light up with a green glow and you hear a mechanical clanking noise. Ooh, very nice. So pyramid was triangle. And then the R was the rhombus, and then we got the third symbol. Okay, very nice.
I was never good at stealth, but I'll try.
Okay, let's slowly advance. Roll of mass dimension door, very nice. And we got another gate. Okay. Oh, this opens this gate. Right. That's interesting. And oh no, this is the door we opened. Okay. Nope, this one's still locked. Okay.
Let us press on.
Oh, okay. We can just open the door. I was like, what's the puzzle here? But it's just click the door and it opens. That's kind of hilarious. Oh, okay, I remember this section. I don't remember if there's an actual fight that we need. Oh, yes, there is an actual fight that we need to do. And these demons are all augmented. Alright.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
Ah, they're going after our archers, which is annoying.
Attack!
Let's do battle spirit, and I guess since they keep chasing, we'll go with melee. Or maybe not, actually. Let's split up and see who they're actually trying to attack. Oh, they are going after Camellia. Okay. Alright then. Not much we can do about that, so Camellia can go to melee. We should have Death Ward. Yep, we've got plenty of time left on it. Enslaved Soul. I don't like the sound of that. Okay, I guess we can try and use Bolt of Justice then. Alright, Stooge can auto-cast Bolt of Justice.
We shall overcome.
Does Camellia have bark skin? Yes, she does. Okay. I don't think Phantasmal Killer will work, but no harm trying, I guess. Okay, I heard it go off. Okay, she can cast it on them, okay? Let's go with auto casting that then. Bolt of Justice, that was good. Okay, now I guess we need to cast Heal, if we can. Do we have Heal? Have Resurrection. Greater Restoration, okay. No, we don't have Heal. Do we? No, I don't think we do. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. Could use another heal though. Maybe with Sealer as well. Okay, another heal from Social. Nenio's going with oh, the Succubus is going after Nenio, which is not ideal. Nenio's holding on okay though. Let's get another heal going. Keep our pets and Nenio and Camellia topped off. They're focusing on someone now, so I'm not sure who, but that's fine. I don't mind that. Do another heal. Nenio's getting a little bit damaged. Okay, this is getting a bit tiresome. How about I take out this Succubus? Okay. I don't know why I keep saying cannot hide in shadows. It's not like I'm really trying to hide in shadows as far as I know. These guys are kind of tough. Our pets are taking a beating though. Okay, that keeps them topped off. Maybe I should just drop a Storm of Justice. Otherwise this is going to take too long. Kinda still taking too long anyway, actually. Can we all focus on someone? This is taking a while. They also have regeneration, which is not ideal. Okay, we need heals. And I guess Nenio can start casting Phantasmal Killer as well. Yeah, now we're starting to get destroyed. So I think we definitely need to go with bolts of justice. Maybe a haste? Probably should have used the haste earlier, actually. Okay, we're getting a bit more damage in now. Another trip is nice. Finally, okay. That was a brutal fight. Unlock the fortified door. Okay. Is this the fortified door that they're talking about? Or is this the... Yeah, I'm not sure actually. They have quite a few doors. That was quite a tough fight. Just trying to remember which door I should be going through, and I can't quite remember. I'm hoping we can open all the doors, so let's just go through this one first. I don't like that we don't have our pets either. Okay, this one's locked. Never mind. Present that pass key to unlock the gateway.
Now we are making
Okay.
a mystery of ourselves.
Okay, flaming lockpick fuel got us through here. Augmented worker. Ah, okay, well. I think this is a good place to end the episode. We did that puzzle to get through to this section, and then we took that big fight. I'm considering doing a rest actually, so we can get some healing and then get Stooge's pet back. But I think we made good progress into Blackwater. Our party's doing pretty well compared to what I remember this particular zone was like when I last did it, so that's always a positive. But yeah, in the next episode, we'll keep going here and see if we can finish off Blackwater. By the next episode, maybe it will take into a third video before we can finish it. But yeah, good progress so far, and hopefully we don't have too much more trouble figuring out this zone. Thanks a lot for watching this one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.